Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. The dangerous Chinese variant of COVID, BF.7, has reached India. Cases have been reported, and there is great concern about super spreader events like the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and appeals are being made, well-publicized appeals to the Yatra Congress to think about national health, and unless very strict protocol is put in place, suspend this political walkathon at least for a while. But the Yatra Congress says nothing doing, we will not listen. Which is supremely ironical because during the Kumbh, a few cases of COVID earlier were reported. And when that happened, the pictures of the Kumbh and the articles about it were put out everywhere, and the entire secularity went into complete overdrive and said, look here, these devout Hindus at the Kumbh Mela are spreading COVID. They are part of a COVID super spreader event. Stop them, they said. And now when there is serious concern, and I mean really serious concern. You may have heard about the Congress Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh getting a COVID positive report just a few days back. And he was at the Bharat Jodo Yatra. I mean, there is some real serious concern about this Bharat Jodo walk being a certain COVID super spreader event. And when there are appeals being made to the Yatra Congress, please think about national health, national interest. Then the secularity, the same secularity says that the Yatra Congress is being targeted. Now, this is not logical at all. I know that the COVID numbers are still low, thank God for that. But just look at the madness across the border in China. Just take a look at that. And that Chinese variant, BF.7, is already in India. And we know how hockey stick numbers are reported: 4 today, 10 tomorrow, 20 the next day, the numbers double. So no amount of precaution will be enough. COVID positive cases, sources are telling me, are being sent by hospitals for immediate genome sequencing. Now, why does that happen? So that the authorities know whether that COVID is a BF.7 version or not. And I think the government is being very smart and moving fast. What I don't understand at all is how the Yatra Congress and the Yatra family, which is insisting on reintroducing COVID protocols for you, for all Indian citizens. The Yatra Congress says, let all Indian citizens be put under strict COVID protocols. But they also say now, these protocols should not apply to the Yatra family. How absurd is that? How do you insist that every Indian should follow new and tougher protocols and officially make your members in parliament make that argument strongly, but demand at the same time that the Yatra family walkathon should be totally exempt from such rules? This is crazy. Now, here is where I stand. And I'm sorry if you think I'm being harsh about it, but I believe prevention is better than cure, and there is no amount of precaution that should be considered to be much, and people must cooperate. I know it's the new year around the corner, and many people will cringe at the thought of an argument being made on this program for tougher protocols. But ladies and gentlemen, let us remember our own responsibility, not our next party. I believe the government should push and make the third vaccination mandatory. Number 2, the Bharat Jodo super spreader should be suspended, not out of request. They must force its suspension in national interest. We cannot risk it. The Yatra family should be made to cooperate. Thirdly, the alternate vaccines that have gone through enough regulatory approvals should be immediately made available in the market. And finally, tough measures should be brought in immediately and not left to individual state governments or union territories to decide at their free will, to introduce mandatory precautions in public places. So my view is, viewers, it's getting serious. We still can stop things. We can stop the entry of BF.7. I say politics chodo. Let's stop the entry of BF.7 or any new variant before the new year starts. Let's cooperate, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need the Prime Minister to tell the whole country what people need to do. We should start doing it on our own. Why politicize the protocol? Debate number 1. Debate number 2 this evening. Union Minister Amit Shah sets the record straight on foreign funding aimed at changing India's demography. Debate number 2 tonight, viewers. And debate number 3, the world's biggest COVID failure, China. What's it hiding? China versus others debate at 10:30 p.m. And here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the Debate Tonight.